Good morning. Welcome to Time in His Word. Today's message, I'm starting at about 10 minutes till 8. Where I'm sitting at, I've got a bad signal. So I don't know if and when this will post today. But why I'm telling you all that is to use that as an example. A lot of times in our prayer life, or when we've prayed for God to over illness, or we've prayed to ask for something, and it just seems like He doesn't hear, or it's taken too long, and we start to lose faith, and we start to think, well, maybe He didn't hear us. Well, the thing is, He heard us, but everything is in His time and at His discretion, not ours. We might be asking for something that He knows good and well we don't need, but yet we think that unless we get what we're asking for, it's the end of the world for us. See what I mean? So we've got to have patience. And today, where I'm sitting at, I can watch videos on my iPad. I can watch movies. They'll freeze every now and then, but overall, I can watch a program without too many interruptions. It'd be like watching, same amount of interruptions with a commercial when you're watching at home. I'm not sitting in a valley. I'm sitting on top of a little bitty hill. I'm sitting right next to a plant. But even though what would be considered ideal spot for a good signal, only got 2 bars. And so to upload something takes forever and a day. So that's what I'm getting at this morning, is that even though I've recorded this message, and I have a message, and I feel it's a message that God's given me to talk about, the what I just mentioned about how we go about expecting God to answer right away for whatever our prayer requests are, or whatever it is, but it doesn't always come right away. And so we shouldn't lose hope. We shouldn't lose faith. It'll be all answered in His time. But like I said, I recorded this at 10 till 8, so about 8 o'clock, I'll start trying to post this. And unless I move the truck today, chances of this video uplifting are slim to none. I'll keep trying. It might get close, but I've never had any luck with one being posted from here. But that's my whole premise this morning, is that, I've recorded a message that I felt led to give. I've done everything I'm supposed to do on my end. But I've got what would be in a good spot for a good strong signal, but only got 2 bars. And so it's one of those deals. I'm waiting on a load time, and once I get a load time, I can go load, and then I can leave, and I'll get farther down the road, and it'll pick up a stronger signal. It'll still take a while to post because I'm moving, but it'll post. But just think about that in your daily walk. A lot of times we pray for something and we can't understand why we don't get an answer right away. We need that answer like yesterday. But we have to remember that everything's on God's time. And He also sees the overall picture in our life and what we're asking for, as to whether or not it's good for us, it's bad for us, or we just simply have to wait till the time is right. So as you pray today and you go about your daily studies, and you feel like God's not listening, or your prayers aren't getting past the ceiling, don't give up. Don't lose faith. Just wait, because everything's in His time and at His discretion as to when prayer gets answered, and more importantly, how it gets answered.